Hello and welcome to ET Garage. It's 2022 at Corvette's in Carlisle, 40th anniversary, and they got the new Z06 out here. It's all covered, I don't know if they washed it this morning or it's all covered in dew. It's under a cover, so I'm gonna guess they washed it the way it looks. But definitely got some big meaty tires back there. See if I can get a good view of that for you. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. And they got the center exhaust tips in the back, unlike the Stingray, which has the tips on the ends, 4 tips. I kind of like the 4 tips better. I'm old-fashioned though. So, and of course it has the new high ribbon twin over cam V8, just like they had back in 1990 in the ZR1, the LT5 motor. That LT5 didn't make quite as much power as this is making though. This is the most powerful, naturally aspirated production motor made so far. At least that's what I know. Anyway, over there's the manufacturing tent. They got them in all sorts of different colors. They have a cutaway, but it's not the Z06. At least I don't think it is. It doesn't have the twin over cam motor in it, so it's definitely not the Z06. But let's look what they have here. This is definitely a Z06. Beautiful blue color. Carbon ceramic brakes. Ooh, and they got that red one over there, or maroon, whichever color you want to call it. It has the carbon fiber wheels. And all that good stuff everybody wants. Here's a cutaway. Like I said, this isn't a Z06. It doesn't have the twin overhead cam motor in it. So, and you can tell it has the exhaust on the 4 separate exhaust tips, 2 on each side. Definitely got some nice cars. Like here it is. You can tell by the exhaust tips this ain't a Z06. That blue one. And that maroon or red, I'm not sure what the color names are. Here's one, and of course it has a big Z06 on the side. And I really like this color here, combination right here. This is nice. That's a convertible. That's a convertible. This is not a convertible. And we can get a view of the motor in there. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can see that. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a nice day here at Corvette's at Carlisle. It's going to be a little warm, but it always is. I don't know how much more of a video I'm going to make, but nope, there's the motor over there. We're going to take a look. And there it is, the new Z06 power plant. 5.5 liter V8, twin overhead cam, 670 horsepower, 8,400 RPM, 460 foot-pounds at 63. And you can see all the goodies in here. Twin overhead cams. Gotta like the intakes on this. They had some cool videos online about this engine, so it would be really nice if they make this in a 7-liter instead of a 5.5 liter. I doubt GM will ever do that in today's environment. You never know. They might come out with a bigger version of it. I don't think I would mind having it in my car, but that intake is not going to fit under the hood. I'd have to cut out a hole. But anyhow, I'm going to move on to something else. And maybe I'll find an LT5 engine in a 90 Corvette and I'll compare it in some ways. Okay, here I am in the new Z06. And it has this light gray and black interior. I have to say I really like it. Definitely like the seats, the steering wheel, and it has Z06 on the steering wheel. I got this in super wide lens on this GoPro, by the way. I have to say I'm really liking it, and probably take me months to get familiar with all the controls on this thing. But definitely nice. So, gonna move on to something else. Okay, over here you can see the LT5 engine that came in 90 through 95, I believe it was, ZR1s. And that was a twin overhead cam, all aluminum engine. 5.7 liters. I think the first year they made 375 horsepower, and the last year they made like 405. I might be wrong. Correct me down in the comments below if I'm wrong. But that was actually designed by Lotus and then built, I believe, by Mercury Marine for GM. Because it was such a short production run, they just had them do it, and their manufacturing facilities are already set up for aluminum engines and all that stuff. But that's a quick comparison to the new Z06 motor, I guess. New Z06 motor, of course, being much more powerful, and I'm sure it's all sorts of other benefits. Anyway, gonna move on to something else. Okay, here we are inside one of the buildings at Corvettes at Carlisle 2022, and I already had my egg sandwich, got my coffee, and they got a long line of race cars lined up here this morning. Here they got that C7R number 4, and you can tell it spent some time on the racetrack. All the stuff that's loaded up on the front there. Definitely a wicked looking car. Anyway, I'm going to move on to something else. Okay, here we are in the building where they have all the Corvettes for sale. Sometimes they have other than just Corvettes for sale here too. But we're going to look at this 54. This is one of my favorite body styles for the first couple of years. Even though they weren't great performance-wise and, you know, quality-wise, it's the body style. It was always one of my favorites. And this one's for sale. This is a full-off frame restoration. I think they want, let's go look, 77. No, I don't see anything in the price of. Oh, reasonable price of $77.5. If anyone's interested, there's the information. Beautiful car. It's going to have the straight 6 in it. With, I believe 3 1-barrels. Too bad the hood ain't open up. Oh well, move on to something else. Okay, rev up your motors, or at least that's what someone's doing in the background. And here we are at the Callaway tent. And here we have a Callaway 45th anniversary display, 1994 ZR1 TT Coupe. And this baby is twin turbo. ZR1s in this year made about 405 horsepower. This one has twin turbos. I'm not sure what the horsepower is. Someone comment below if you know, or maybe if I find out, I'll post it up here. But anyway, what's unique is the way they duck the intercooler. This intercooler is really unique because if you look there, they actually duck it through the frame rail. So I'm not sure where the turbos are on this, but it had to be really tight packaging. Let's go look over here. Some of the other ones, you got a 1990 ZR1. And then further down, you have this 1990 Speedster, which is beautiful. Can't take it out in the rain, of course, but definitely check out the styling on it and the interior. I always like their interiors. I like to redo my dash pad, like that's in real leather, with stitching and everything. Maybe I'll try and make an attempt at doing my own dash pad. I don't know how that would come out, but one I want to look at down here is this beautiful metallic red one down here, a 1990 B2K. These I believe had twin turbos. I was hoping the hood would be open on one of these because I had a viewer comment on my 383 engine build in my 90 Corvette that I don't need 24-pound injectors, and he's right. I could get by with 22s. It's just a low performance 383. Doesn't have a big cam, it's flowing a lot of air, but his comment was, I get by with 22-pound injectors on my twin turbo Callaway. I can't show you because the hood's not open, but they actually have 2 extra injectors on it, and that's why they get by with 22-pound injectors. Because in front of the throttle body, if I can find a picture, I'll post it, they have a 2 extra injectors for when they go wide open throttle, and that's how they get by with just 22-pound injectors, the medium emissions and all that stuff. Anyway, let's move on to something else. Okay, I've been coming to Corvettes at Carlisle. I think it's been something like 10 years. I'm not even sure. But this is the first time I've ever seen something like this. A Marcat It's definitely a C3 converted into whatever you want to call it. But, definitely a unique looking vehicle. Has the coffin in the back, so you can haul your dead relatives with you if you want to do such a thing. Nope, let's move on to something else. And over here we have a C4 Corvette from Nova Scotia, believe it or not. Nova Scotia Corvette Club. Nova Scotia Antique Auto, Canada's Ocean Playground. It came, I think, it was over 800 miles, the lady was saying. And it's got that unique hood on it. It's a nice looking Corvette. And over here are my favorite Corvettes. This is where they park all the first generation C1s. And I just love the C1s. Ergonomically, they're not the greatest, but styling, I just like them the best. I don't know why. I always will like the first Corvettes. They've got a nice drag car. Hey, look at this one. This one's real nice. Got these carbon fiber hash marks. I don't know if you can see there the way the sun is. And as you can see, it's starting to fill up. So we got a nice CR1 and another C8, a bunch of C8s actually, all headed in. Ooh, another Callaway. Nice. C7. A lot of C4s here this year. I think that's another CR. No, that's 2.4. It just has the wider tires on the back. Let's go see what other C1s they have around here. My first ride was in a 62, by the way, a Corvette. When I was a teenager, I worked part-time at Goodyear, and one of the salesmen there, he actually ran a used part business for C1 Corvettes. That was back in the 70s, and a guy named Tom from New Jersey. I can't remember his last name. Big fella. Used to work out and all that stuff, but he had really nice 62, and he had all sorts of parts. And that was my first ride in a Corvette. He took me for a ride in one. Anyway, on to something else. Okay, here we are at InShane Design. They are showing off their aero kits, and in this case, this is a complete color change vinyl wrap. And I had to go ask that gentleman over there if all these were vinyl wrapped, and he said just this one. And they did such a good job. If you don't ask, you won't know. Let's put it that way. That's how good a job. I like that too, because a lot of vinyl wraps are, I don't know, they're too much color for me anyway, but that looks real nice. And they got all their stuff, their shirts and hats, and I think they got a contest going on to win a Corvette and something like that. But anyway, that's it for InShane Design. Okay, I got in the gate just before 7 a.m. and it's now about 9:15. And as you can see, it is filling up and still filling up. And, well, there's just too much to show. I don't want to make a real long video, but a lot of cars are still coming in, and starting to heat up, and a lot more things I want to see. I'm going to be here again tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I want everybody to have a great day.